Thomas Saggese. Thomas Saggese is with the AA affiliate for the Texas Rangers. He was drafted in 2020 in the 5th round at pick 145 overall. He's out of Carlsbad, California. He played in 2021. He had 242 at bats. He batted .256, an on-base percentage of .372, a slugging percentage of .463, 10 home runs, 11 stolen bags, struck out 85 times, walked 42 times. Pretty good debut right there. In 2022, in high A, he had 380 at-bats, batted .308, had an on-base percentage of .359, slugged .487, added 14 home runs and 11 stolen bags. 21 at-bats, batted .381, .409 on base, slugged .857, added 1 home run and 1 stolen base. I think this excites me more than most people would look at this guy's profile and be like, oh yeah, everything's trending correctly. No, it's trending better than correctly. He's only 20 years old. He won't be 21 till April 10th of 2023. So we're going to see at least a full season of AA ball, maybe even AAA. If he goes insane, maybe we can see some major league stuff. But what do you got on Thomas Saggese, Ross?
I think that was pretty good, actually. Yeah. I've noticed it seems like the Rangers are doing a really good job at developing players.
Yeah.
Just recently, we talked about Evan Carter when we were doing outfielders. There's Aaron Zavala that was a part of that list, but a little bit deeper as well. With Saggese, he's looking really interesting. I agree with you 100%. Seems like he's on a very nice trend. He's a very interesting player. He's still pretty young, and
yep.
I mean, we're talking about this being his 20-year-old season, but he's a young 20-year-old season.
Yeah.
As he's still going to start the season, at least the MLB is going to start the season, you'll still be 20.
Yep.
So I think numbers they play up to me. And most of the season he spent at high A. Aggregate on the season, had an .868 OPS, very solid, hit for power, stole the occasional bag. I don't think that's going to be a big part of his game. The numbers look really nice.
Yeah.
I'm interested in him. And I think he's going to have I think you're right on the money. He's more interesting than a lot of the guys that we're going to talk about today. Yeah. If I were to rank him, I'd probably put him in the top. He'd be in the top 5.
Yeah, I think he's going to be really fun to watch in 2023, especially a full season of AA ball. But you're right. You're right. The Rangers have started to climb into that zone that I'm going to be looking at all their prospects. The Rays are obviously, the Rays are number 1 that I want to look at their prospects. The Padres are probably number 2 that I want to look at their prospects. And the Rangers are starting to sneak in there of, I really want to start watching these guys because I think they have an eye for what I like and what Scout the Statline likes. But yeah, Thomas Saggese, this is, for me, this is a big go get him right now before an explosion happens. And I think he's a hidden talent that nobody even knows his name. And you can get him for cheap right now. And it's going to be fun to watch him grow.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. The Scout the Statline has an ETA for him of 2024, which is pretty aggressive.
Yep.
That means he could be seeing the major leagues as early as 21 or 22, depending on how fast his timeline moves. But that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
He grades out as fairly average on the statistical side of things, 50s pretty close across the board, 55 for hit. Like I said, I think Scout the Statline is not seeing some of those levels that you and I are talking about. I think he's really interesting. I think he's a young 20-year-old. I think he's trending the right direction. Those are the things that it's not going to take into consideration. Me being an analyst is a little bit different than, a data model massaging data based on the factors that it's fed or the data that it's fed.
Does he have a comp, Ross?
Yes. Jock Jones. Do you remember Jock Jones?
It rings a bell.
He was a twin.
Oh, he was a twin.
He played a pretty long career with the Twins from 1999 to 2005. Then he played a couple other spots, but he had some really solid seasons. He had a season where he batted 300 with 27 home runs, a season where he hit 27 home runs, batted 285 with 499 slugging percentage. Just a very solid career. No real notable accolades. He didn't, he wasn't like a top vote or an MVP voting or anything like that. No all-star appearances, but just a very solid career. Overall, his career slash line in 10 years was a 277 batting average, 326 OBP, and a 448 slugging percentage.
I wouldn't be upset about that.
No, it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
I'm looking at some of these numbers. It's like if you're getting a second baseman that's consistently hitting 20 plus home runs, it's hard to complain about it, especially putting up 300 batting averages occasionally if you're in an average league.
Yeah. My recommendation is certainly go get Thomas Saggese and reap the benefits from Scout the Statline.
Yes.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and of course visit our website, scoutthestatline.com for more.